Hi everyone, so my name is Darren. I placed top 16 at YCS Vancouver. Playing Bristol Dragonlink. Deck was really good. I didn't get much playtesting beforehand. Um, yeah, and I guess I can start off with shoutouts first. So shoutouts to my team, Team Robert Gaming. They were great. Unfortunately, I don't have the mat here today, but huge shout out to them. And big shout outs to Chris LeBlanc, who's allowing me to post this on his channel. Yeah, so it's a Bestial Dragon Link deck, and it's a bit interesting because you guys will see some things and text that I played along the way. So yeah, we'll just jump into it. Okay, so to start off, we have some of the more generic stuff. So one Levy, one Red MD, uh, three Black Metal Dragon. So this is the main one that you want to go into because I do play the Meteor Black Dragon, which I'll show, but this card is extremely good. It's better than this card. It's better than Safer to start off. There wasn't much droll this weekend, and I kind of had the read that there wasn't going to be much droll considering how last week played out at the 3v3. So yeah, I just had a feeling that there wouldn't be much droll, but still Black Metal is better into it, so I decided to have more of an emphasis on that with some other texts I'll show you. And then one white, one black, two Tracer, one Recharger, and one Abstractor. So I play a very low Dragon Link. I play this deck more like Dragon Link than I do anything else. I don't play it like a Bestial. I'll show you my Bestial package and I'll explain it. So I play one Lubellian only. Crazy, I know. I have two other Starlights, but or Quarter Centuries, but you could check the other profiles for that. But I decided to only play one. Crazy, I know. No, and it's not OCG. But I also played one Magna, one Serenir, and one Druis. So this is kind of funny, and everyone, I think, calls me crazy for this. The thing about these cards is they're very good cards, no doubt, in the matchups that they're good against. However, there was such a wide spread. I can't even tell you, I can't remember all the decks that I played throughout this tournament because it was such a wide variety. I think later on through the rounds, I started playing against more Unchained, which these cards would be better in. But with Black Metal, there's actually a way to get to get Lebellian Engrave, and then you can just access it through there. So I really didn't feel like I needed more than one more than one Lebellian. And then same with Magna and Druis. I sided two Magna and then I sided a Druis as well, just for the Unchained matchup, which came in quite a bit in Despia and whatever was kind of light and dark, or even Dragon Link. But even Serenir, I never really missed more of these. Like, I never felt like there was a time throughout this tournament where I felt like I needed more. So yeah, I thought those were this was the perfect ratio for them, and people call me crazy for it because they think that I'm already preparing for the next ban list. We'll see what happens. But so yeah, when people say that, what happens when the Bestials get hit to one? Absolutely nothing. This worked out just fine. One Red Eyes Meteor, Black Meteor Dragon, and then the card to go with it, Driver, Gamma. This card's really good as well. If you're going to play the Driver, obviously you're playing that. Three Nibiru. I played a heavier hand trap lineup, which you'll see. Three Nib, three Valor, and three Ash Blossom. And then these were very good, and just drawing them in conjunction with one another, I think was really good. Sometimes Nib on its own doesn't do enough, and then even if they bring out the DDD, the rank 6 one, and if you have the Valor, you can hold the Nib for a bit longer, which prevents... It basically makes sure that they waste all their resources so they don't have any more pops, and waste a special summon from the deck. So that was really good. And then, so for my techs, I played 3 Small World, because it's very easy to bridge when you have hand traps instead of the board breakers. So when you play things like Valor, Valor is a level 1, it's a 0, so it's very easy to bridge into Black Metal. And then also Nibiru is 600 defense, and funny enough, black metal is also 600 defense. So these are ways that you can bridge two of them, and I never had a problem. The only thing is when I go second, I would side out the Red Eyes package sometimes. So I would also side out the Small World. I didn't play Kurikara or anything like that. I just did this mostly for engine, or if I was going up against Kishtira, I would just bridge for the Gamma. So that was really good. And then your standard 3 Chaos Space. The other thing is too is that you want as many starters as possible. I know people value the Bestials over the starters. But the thing is your Bestials can brick you sometimes, and I wanted a higher consistency with my starters, so that's why I chose to play a ratio like this. And then 3 Quick Launch, 1 Boot, 1 Ravine, 1 Regain, 1 Beast. I don't think I needed the Beast, but I put it in last minute because Vancouver is kind of rogue, but I don't know if I actually needed it. It came up in top 32 where it helped out, but that was about it. And then 3 Impermanence. And then for the extra, we have the 1 Striker Dragon. People should stop saying this should be banned. Card Dragon Pisty, Rom, Seal, only 1. Quad Boral and Dyal. So I played these two because in the Unchained matchup, it's interesting because if you can stop, or if you can negate, like let's say if you hold an Impermanence, because the Impermanence is kind of dead in that matchup if they don't have Valor, or if they don't go into the DDD, or if you disrupt them along the way, for example. If they leave any of their links on board, their links just add back to hand, and unless they're adding, I think is Savara, or the red one, the red level 6 one, they've essentially just have a link monster on board, which you can soul charge with Quad Boral and Dyal. And the other thing is when you open up, I think it's Black Metal plus Quad Boral, your end board could be Seals, Savage, Boral End, and just because of these guys, right? These guys add a lot of utility to it, and yeah, these guys are really good. And you'll also have a Regained as well on top of that. So I really like having these two, which were great. Because the flex spots usually are like Chaos Angel, and I didn't, because I'm playing a lower Bestial count, I'm not really making that. And same with Baron, so I didn't play Baron either because I am playing a lower Bestial count. So I just didn't think it made sense. And those cards don't come up as much. These cards came up a lot more. Dark, this card's insane to crash and add Levy or Tracer when you don't have Engine. Nightmare Unicorn, Triple Burst, Access Code, Borland, this card's insane. Everyone still has to read it up until now. Savage, card that never came up. Dissipator, and then a Tomb. This card was really good. So even though I'm playing a low Bestial count, the reason I decided to play this card is because there's a play with Romulus where you can actually summon out where is it? The Red Eyes, the Meteor Black Dragon, and that's a level 6. And that's also why I played Serenir. So when I'm dumping off a Ravine, when I go Ravine dump, I don't instantly dump the Lubellion. You dump the Serenir first and then the Lubellion, because then that fuels another level 6 in your grave. And then if you have enough extenders in your hand, then you can, you know, Romulus, summon out the Red Eyes Meteor Dragon, and then Pissy back to Serenir, and then go into an Attomb, and then go from there, like if you don't have like a Tracer Axis or something like that. So this card came up quite a bit actually, and anytime I summon this card, I won the game when it resolved. And then side deck, 3 Ghost Mourner, insane card. I decided to side deck 3 more Bestials. These cards were really good in the matchups that they were good against. Again, I'm glad I didn't main deck more than one of each of them though, because I played a lot of things where these cards would have been dead, like Rescue Ace, Kishtira, Pearly, and the issue with those matchups is that those are your weaker matchups. So, and Unchained you have a better matchup against. So for me going into this, I wanted to prepare for my weaker matchups, and it paid off because I beat, you know, 2 Unchained, and I didn't have any problems with the other decks that I was worrying about. 3 Talents, card was mid. 3 Encore, and then Cosmic and Duster. So yeah, that's the deck profile. Thank you everyone. Subscribe to Chris's channel, and huge shout out to him for letting me post this on his channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the future.